What do you think? Again, I picked the Bills by no surprise that Josh Allen found a way to get it done. But Jacksonville and Duval should be proud of their squad and what they was able to accomplish this season and the fight that they put up uh, in this playoff game. However, again, is that the first time you're gonna see the tush push where literally somebody like Josh Allen get picked up and carried 10 yards,
Yeah,
ran
you
straight through
can't.
him?
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that, and you can't call it a tush push because he didn't get pushed. He got
Yeah,
carried.
yeah.
So we can't call it a tush push. And I didn't even know if that's Caden, my daughter and Skylar. We were watching it, and we was like, "Whoa!" He just picked him up, and I didn't know that was legal. But obviously, Vaughn, when you're in a playoff moment like that, when your back is against the wall, and when you and I are going to talk about Lamar Jackson out of the playoffs, Patrick Mahomes out of the playoffs, and this is Josh Allen, a time. They know it too in that locker room. They know it too in that sideline or as far as coaches. So everything you're gonna try everything. You're gonna fight, claw, scratch to make sure you maximize every opportunity you're gonna get to move on. And the Buffalo Bills, man, Josh Allen. We can say whatever we want to say. You talk about the quarterback, and you say Caleb Williams, and I don't disagree. Top three, maybe in the playoff right now. But Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the playoff right now,
My top three is
because
Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, and Fingerpaint Williams.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I like Drake May up there.
Well, based on
I
the
like
performance right now,
okay, based on the performance, but okay, I got you. I got you. No,
we're
no
not talking
quarrels.
about just regular season, but
So yeah, why you not putting Drake May up there?
Drake May didn't
Because
just put that performance on that Caleb Williams just did.
no, that's correct. That is correct. But I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you, it's closer than you think. But I'm agreeing with you. But I don't think that. Yeah, I'm gonna take that back because Matthew Stafford is on the level of Josh Allen and Caleb Williams is up and coming too, man. But when I look at Matthew Stafford, I look at Puka Nakua, I look at that running game, I look at Devontae Adams. When I look at Caleb Williams, I look at the plethora of help he has around him. But Vaughn, I just have to be honest with you. When I look at Josh Allen and that team, who does he have around him, man? That's why I'm saying he's almost a Superman.
James
That's
Cook
why I'm
is a good
saying
running back now. Let's not
yeah,
act like James Cook is not a
no,
good
he's a
running back.
very good running back because the Buffalo Bills.
He's
To my point, I was
exceptional.
going to the Buffalo Bills. To my point, I was going to make next was caused them to be very potent in the playoffs. They have the number one running attack in the National Football League. They
Mm.
led the National Football League in rushing. So yes, he's a phenomenal back. Phenomenal back. So that's not taken away. But Kyron Williams and Matthew Stafford, they have a running game. Caleb Williams and DeAndre Swift, they were second in the National Football League in rushing. They have it, and they have the weapons on the outside. But
Right.
Josh Allen does not have that, man. And I know I'm exaggerating a little bit because he has Kincaid as a tight end, and he has Keon Coleman, Shakir. I mean, he
Khalil
has
Shakir.
some, but it's just that no not household names, and it's just remarkable.
But I feel
So
like when you the household name, I don't care who you put me with. And he is an MVP. He reigning MVP until we got another MVP. It's no excuses for Josh Allen. Again, like I said
nah,
before,
Vaughn, you
listen,
can't do that to
it
me, Vaughn.
before
It's gotta be whether because you asked me about Pittsburgh Steelers a little bit earlier. We agreed with it. You can't say in one breath, do you think that's a team that can make it all the way? And if it's not an overall team, then they can't. But then if you have an MVP and a superstar, just because you have him on your team, they should make it. One man can't do it in the NFL now. Now, especially when you have to go to Denver with those bookends, and they led the league. Denver Broncos led the league in sacks. Especially when you got to go to some other teams and play those guys that are Houston Texans that's coming after you like nobody's business, and you don't have guys that can get open on the outside. What do
well,
you want him to do
if
by
if the
himself?
if the media likes to portray Josh Allen as the best player in football, and he's ranked up there and talked about with Patrick Mahomes and Action Jackson, Lamar Jackson, I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't care who he got on his team. He got to find a way to get it done because he ain't got to go through Lamar Jackson and he don't got to go through Patrick Mahomes. I don't care about Denver. I don't care about New England. That don't mean it's a guarantee, but if he is who y'all say he is, he should be in the Super Bowl.
I'm going to respect it, Vaughn.
I'm
going to respect it. I'm going to respect it, Vaughn.
And I want to say
I'm going to respect it, but the only thing I want to say, yeah, go ahead.
I want to say this. Shout out to Skylar. Obviously, he got All-State Offensive Player of the Year, MVP for his team this year. But so often, when it's 3rd and 2, when it's 4th and 1, guess what? Everybody in the stadium know Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen getting that first down. So when I tell Skylar, or when I'm talking about it, and I say, hey, quarterback sneak, quarterback power, I expect the same thing. It ain't no question what's going on. Stop it. And Josh Allen will not be denied. And Skylar showcased many times this year. I don't think we were starting on the 4th and 1 all season.
Not on his watch. Not when he's carrying the ball. No.
And if it's 4th and 1, he should be carrying the ball. It shouldn't be nothing else. If it's 3rd and 1, he should be carrying the ball just like Josh Allen. We're not trying nothing else.
But you do believe, because you've told me time and time again, you do believe Skylar is, the best quarterback in the state, right?
I absolutely, and I believe that he is Josh Allen.
So why they don't have a championship? You gonna blame that on Skylar?
I think he can take some credit in regards to that last playoff game.
No, I'm saying coaching. No, but what I'm saying is that's my point I'm trying to prove on, because they didn't win with Skylar being the best quarterback in high school. Like, I agree with you, and the fact that they didn't win means I don't think they had a good enough team to win. Yeah, he had some mistakes in that last game. That's my whole point. Just because he's the best quarterback in the state, they ain't gonna win the national.
But you got a shot at every game. I think if we play that team again, you get a shot. And Josh Allen has had multiple shots to get to the Super Bowl. None like this one, where this one is wide open.
And check this out, but I want to bring this up to you, and I know you remember. Josh Allen, man, had the game of his life and jogged off the field with 13 seconds left, and they lost
against Kansas City.
Yeah. So that's not on him. He can have one of those same things, and Bo Nix goes down there and scores, or maybe Drake May goes down there and scores, or somebody else goes down there. C.J. Stroud goes down there and scores. This guy could be 25 for 35. 350 and 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 pass and what have you, and still come up a loser like he's done before, or not a loser, but lose the game. We can't put that on his shoulders, Vaughn, can we?
If he has one of those, then
that's all I'm talking
about. But 273 yards and a loss, it ain't enough. So if he has 273 yards and 1 touchdown and a loss, it's not enough.
Yeah, but you can't misconstrue the numbers, because he can have 273 yards, 1 touchdown, and a loss, and they still don't punt. Because James Cook can have 3 touchdowns rushing. He can lead those guys down the field. Actually, they can go on 7 scoring drives and not punt and still lose. That can't be on him.
I would just think at some point in a career,
he should be able to make a play.
If he is who y'all say he is, he got to figure out a way to win.
I don't think he's anybody. I think he is. You
just said he was the best quarterback in the playoffs.
Yes.
So he's the best quarterback in the playoffs. He should be able to lead his team to victory when Patrick Mahomes is not in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the playoffs every year. And he lead his team to the Super Bowl, win or lose. I'm not saying that Josh Allen has to win the Super Bowl this year.
Right.
But if he doesn't make the Super Bowl, and you saying if he get 500 total yards, or if he just lose in a shootout, okay, then we not gonna blame him. But how many times he gonna get a pass? 10 years? He getting a pass for 10 years?
Yeah, but Vaughn, that particular way what we're talking about is not a pass. That's just that you need to try to get a better team around him. That's
Man.
all. Because I can see in the scenario where Bo Nix and Denver beat those guys and Josh Allen plays the game of his life.
Yeah, and I can also see where Josh
But
Allen
you
don't
were
play as
blaming
good.
that?
Huh?
When's the last time in the playoffs Josh Allen didn't play good?
Uh
He's always played well. He's not like a Lamar Jackson in the playoffs now. Lamar Jackson has not played his numbers and his win loss is not good at all. And I'm talking touchdown ratio to interception, fumbles is not good. Josh Allen's numbers are not like that.
how
It's
many
not the way.
but see, I'm very black and white. I'm wins and losses. I
Yeah,
am
but
a champion.
you
Again,
wins
I
and
grew up
losses,
on
Vaughn. But
winning.
I gotta say
So,
this to
but
you,
then I
Vaughn.
ask you this:
I gotta
how many Super Bowl appearances does Lamar Jackson have,
zero,
and how many does Josh Allen have?
zero.
So until either of them reach the Super Bowl, I don't care. I don't.
Yeah, but
It's good. It's exciting. Kudos to them. But at some point, you got to take that next level. If y'all giving Jalen, and when I say y'all, I'm talking about the media. If
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
want to give Jalen Hurts all this flack, and you want to give Lamar Jackson all of this flack, and talking about what he ain't doing, or he can't never get over the hump, or he can't win a Super Bowl, and can't go to the Super Bowl, Josh Allen deserves the same blame because he
He's getting
is the
no.
same player in regards to MVP status. He deserves the same blame.
Yeah, but there was never a point in time that you can give Josh Allen that same blame when both of those guys are out. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen's been out, and they've been getting the same blame that you can't make it. But this is what you do to me, Vaughn, and I can't get over it. And you're right to an extent, wins and losses, but you're talking from a boxing analogy, from a golf analogy, from a tennis analogy. And why I bring that up is that those are individual sports. That's where wins and losses are only on your shoulders. That's where you can only judge those guys on what they do, and that's it. They don't need any help from anybody else. You can't judge football in a vacuum. You can do it when you watch film and you watch and say, hey, he cost his team that game, or he should have done this. But in a vacuum, you're going into the rest of the playoffs and saying that if Josh Allen doesn't do it, he needs to be ridiculed without even seeing how the game unfolds. You are saying he must take advantage of this without even seeing what happens in the game. We at
Because I
least got
can
to
look
see
and
what
see what
happened.
teams is in the AFC right now, and
Dude,
this is the
but
easiest road that he's had. You don't have to
that's
go through Patty Mahomes.
But Devon, that's my point though. He's not the 1, 2, or 3rd seed. They didn't even win their conference.
Hey, it don't
So
that
I mean,
doesn't matter. When you
so
got the
that
best
says right
player.
then he's not the best team.
No, but my point was I don't believe the Chiefs. Well, maybe last year. I don't recall if the Chiefs was the number 1 seed or not. Didn't they go to Buffalo and win? Buffalo was the number 1 seed last year.
No, Buffalo beat. No, they had to go to Kansas City.
Okay,
Because you remember Kansas City won all those one-loss games. I mean, it was
close. Yeah. A lot
yeah.
of them was,
No,
a lot of
Kansas
them
City was
close.
the number 1 seed.
But
So yeah,
my thing, I still go to this. Josh Allen. Name me a great quarterback that never been to the Super Bowl.
That's a good one. Lamar Jackson.
And Josh Allen. So again, they in the same boat. Treat them the same. Name another one.
Michael Vick.
Yeah. Michael Vick, great quarterback.
I have to. Baker Mayfield.
Man, cut it out, dude. You
No,
trolling
but-
again. You trolling
no.
again. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna cut
but
this
why?
thing off.
We can ready to go, but why would you let me get away with Michael Vick? Because Michael Vick didn't. I mean, he hadn't won anything. What did he win?
MVP?
As far
What are you talking about?
nothing. Mike Vick never won anything.
No, so when you said when you named one, I said okay. You gave me one.
No, but I was saying Mike Vick, but he wasn't a great quarterback.
Man, what you
think-
talking about, dude?
You think Vick was a great quarterback?
What is that a question?
Yeah.
And a great quarterback. And what are you talking about? Michael Vick transcended the NFL, and the quarterback, the two-way player, the mobile quarterback. It's no Lamar Jackson without Michael Vick. It's no Cam Newton without Michael Vick. What are we talking about? Michael Vick is the Allen Iverson of the NFL. Are you serious? You've been in Atlanta. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. I've been in Atlanta, and that's where
you was in Tampa Bay during that time.
His prowess, and I know he was on the game on the scouting report big time, but I don't want us to lose or use great loosely.
Wait a minute. So is Matt Ryan great?
No.
You wouldn't say Matt Ryan was great?
What
are we talking about here, Joe?
So right before we go, right before we go, I got, because I don't want this watered down. You gotta win something to be great.
So you said but you said Lamar Jackson. You said Lamar Jackson.
2-time MVP.
We said Josh Allen.
1-time MVP. I should give it to Matt Ryan because he's a 1-time MVP too. Michael Vick
is a 1-time MVP. What are we talking about?
Who?
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick never came close to winning an MVP, brother.
Man, wait a second.
Matter of fact, Michael Vick has never been an All-Pro.
Wait a second, man.
No, so don't get carried away with Michael Vick, man. Michael Vick doesn't have the stats you thinking, man. Michael Vick has never been MVP, man. Some people would say Donovan McNabb is a better quarterback than Michael Vick.
Well, they were absolutely ridiculous.
To say that?
I like Donovan McNabb, but they ridiculous. Michael Vick is a 4-time Pro Bowler, NFL Comeback Player of the Year. He's and this is just me saying, he's the first player to win $100 million contract back, because he got one with the Falcons, got it back, and again, like I said, transcending. So and I am wrong in regards to he didn't get no All-Pro, he didn't win MVP, but you would have thought he was the MVP.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We don't want to get carried away with this great so loosely. The really, really good football player, but great, Bob.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Michael Vick wasn't great.
How can Michael Vick be great and Donovan McNabb not be great, and Donovan McNabb went to the Super Bowl?
Donovan McNabb did go to the Super Bowl. Donovan McNabb also had a better team than Michael Vick. Donovan McNabb only went to the Super Bowl.
So now you're talking about team.
Donovan McNabb only went to the Super Bowl with Terrell Owens. Who was Michael Vick's best wide receiver?
I don't
it's
know.
Taking you too long. It's taking you too long to answer it.
Peerless Price.
He left his hands in Buffalo.
Yeah, he did. Good one. Good call.
Algie Crumpler.
Brian Finneran. I just don't want you to be too loosely on the great, man. Well, who? Because you got to give it to Randall Cunningham being great too.
Randall Cunningham is great. Yeah, absolutely.
We're being loose with it. We're being loose with it now.
So you don't think Randall Cunningham was great when he first fathered this thing in regards to black quarterbacks? What are we talking about?
Yeah, but Vaughn, great to me is Hall of Fame.
Okay.
That's it.
And I feel like if Vick
had continued, but he didn't.
So sometimes you got people, and it's a bad analogy to talk about Muhammad Ali. Michael Vick was and something that he did not do was penalized, executed, blamed, and put in jail over obviously animal cruelty. And people want to sweep under the rug when you got people that gonna kill people. You got people that gonna wreck cars. You got people that gonna beat their wives. You got more heinous crimes that gonna occur, and they ain't done not much jail time and been back in uniform. Now Michael Vick redeemed himself and was able to come back and was able to get another $100 million. And for that very reason, Yes, Michael Vick was great. What are we talking about? The Eagles' Michael Vick wasn't a great quarterback?
I mean, do you even know how many years he played in Philly?
It didn't matter. It didn't matter that year when he came back and they was electrifying him, Deshaun Jackson, Shady McCoy. So, but
what about your cousin? We'll end it on this. What about your cousin? He was a great quarterback too.
Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got eyes.
Oh my God, you loose-fitted. Okay.
Right. Wait a minute, because this is the issue. When you
What about your boy? What about your boy? What about your favorite player in the NFL? Was he a great player
J-Bo.
too? Yeah.
What are we talking about? We talking about NFL and college? Because yes,
NFL.
And we talking because we talking about NFL and college.
If you go back to college now, I'm giving both of those guys great players. Then
yeah.
Michael Vick, Cam Newton. Oh, if you're talking that, yeah, I digress.
So my whole thing is not just about because we talked about Tim Tebow. You gonna say Tim Tebow wasn't a great player?
Vaughn, we got to now. Are we going to do that now? I would never say that. Just overall, I mean, if Tim Tebow was one of the best college football players ever, Cam Newton as well. But I didn't know you were bringing back. I don't know you was bringing into the conversation of great players, bringing in college as well. But no, I digress.
We have to talk about what they did for the culture as well as they play on the field.
But Vaughn, if you're doing all that, then I agree with you, man. I'm just talking about on the field. I mean, transcending.
Even if we talking on the field, what are we talking about? Cam wasn't a great player. He got an MVP. What are we talking about? He took a team 15-1. You don't do that without a great player. Steve Smith went on that team.
Do you know who? I think Steve Smith wasn't he?
No, Steve Smith went on that team.
Do you know Super Bowl? Do you know who Rich Gannon is?
Yeah, Oakland Raiders.
He's a great player too, huh?
He went to the Super Bowl and lost.
And he's an MVP that year.
So then, yeah, he's a great player.
All right, so I agree with you, Vaughn. Are we going to give it away like that? I agree.
But this is what I'm saying though, and you might have an argument with Vick, but I just explained my case on Vick. You can't say no MVP is not a great player. What are we talking about? That means that year he was the best player in the league. We just talked about Matthew Stafford.
I guess we just
talked about Matthew Stafford not having an All-Pro. So where is it to where teams? Most times, if you got an MVP, you got an All-Pro. So how is it that these are not great players?
What about Russell?
Who, Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
No.
Russell
Wilson is a byproduct of the Legion of Boom. Russell Wilson is a byproduct of Marshawn Lynch, Pete Carroll.
How can a future Hall of Famer not be a great player?
You're the only one saying future Hall of Famer.
Dude, the man's got.
He got 2 Super Bowls. He got one. He got one Super Bowl. He got 1 Super Bowl.
And he's like a 9-time Pro Bowler.
That's the league pushing Russell Wilson, man. That's the league. How many All Pros he got? I'm gonna tell you. Since we've been talking about All Pros, how many All Pros he got since we talking about All Pros?
None. He's in the same era. None. Probably.
So guess what? Let me tell you.
And Max, I don't think he has any.
I'm going. He got a second team All Pro in 2019. I'm going.
Okay.
Eli Manning before Russell Wilson get in.
Why?
Because he got 2 Super Bowls where he carried the team over
He didn't carry
Tom
those
Brady.
He didn't carry the team in the Super Bowl.
He had a drive. Wait a minute. He had a game-winning drive when Tyree made the catch, and he threw the fade route to Plexico Burress.
Vaughn, are you sitting here and telling me that Michael Vick is more so of a great player than Russell Wilson?
Absolutely.
Let's end it, man. Put it on the poll. Put it to the listeners.
Let me ask for our listeners.
I'm not talking about potential. I'm not talking about potential. What he could have been and
should
have been.
What are we talking about?
Well, do your deal. Pull up the stats. They ain't even close.
Man, you switch them on teams, and Michael Vick got 1 Super Bowl. He probably gonna have more, and Russell Wilson ain't getting nothing.
We don't know about switching teams, man.
What success has Russell Wilson had outside of Seattle? None. He hasn't had any. They got rid of him in Denver. They got rid of him in Pittsburgh. He can't do a damn thing in the New York Giants. What are we talking about?
Vaughn, that's just like saying what success has Aaron Rodgers had outside of Green Bay.
But he had success for so long in Green Bay, and many
So did Russell Wilson.
How he had so much success?
He was in there 10 years.
He got one second team All Pro.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, because Aaron Rodgers was in his prime.
So you would say Russell Wilson is a better quarterback than Cam Newton?
Yes.
Man.
Especially a better passer.
Kool-Aid, dude. You sipping the Kool-Aid.
What?
Cam got a first team All Pro in 2015, and he got an MVP and an Offensive Player of the Year. He got 3 Pro Bowls. So which stats you gonna have? 10 Pro Bowls, which you said is voted, or you gonna have an NFL MVP, an Offensive Player of the Year, and a first team All Pro, or you gonna have 10 Pro Bowls?
I'm gonna go over the Super Bowl.
But your Super Bowl is based on the Legions of Boom. He didn't even win Super Bowl MVP. Bobby Wagner won Super Bowl MVP. Not to mention you cost your team a Super Bowl. It's only on you. You threw the pass.
What's that going to take away?
It should matter. It should matter. The same blame that Cam get for not performing in the Super Bowl and not jumping on that ball should be Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's such a likable guy. So many people, and again,
Russell Wilson was going for back-to-back Super Bowls. That was back-to-back. Russell Wilson led his team to back-to-back Super Bowl.
Was Russell Wilson the best player on his team? He was not. Was he the second best player on the team? He was not. Was he the third best player on his team?
Dude, Joe Montana won 4 Super Bowls and he wasn't the best player on his team.
It doesn't matter. He won 4.
You just asked me that.
And that's debatable. Who you would say? Jerry Rice was the first?
Yes. Jerry Rice is better than Joe Montana.
Who was he? Jerry Rice caught pass for Steve Young too. You
can't knock them for who they threw passes to, brother.
I don't want to debate quarterbacks against wide receivers. We can say wide receivers versus wide receivers. So that's why Cam Newton, you said you take. So for all our listeners, tell me who you'd rather have, Cam Newton or Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has 10.
No. Don't do that, Vaughn. No. Don't position it like you just position it, because obviously if I was drafting, I was going to draft Cam Newton coming out if I'm seeing him on the street. Present it this way if you can. Whose career would you rather have? Please put it that way.
Who you taking in a prime? Cam
whose
Newton
career? No, whose
Russell
career?
Wilson?
They finished playing. They're not playing now. They're finished playing. Would you rather Mike Vick's career?
I'd rather have Cam Newton. I'd rather have Mike Vick.
Than Russell Wilson's career?
Absolutely.
Oh boy, okay.
Joe, you
I won the Super Bowl.
I won the Super Bowl. You are discrediting.
I won the
Super Bowl is good, but again, he the reason they lost one. He ruined.
But he got one.
Yeah, he got one, but that was based off that defense. You remember that Super Bowl?
A lot of people would say Cam Newton is the reason why they lost theirs.
Cam Newton was the reason they was there. Russell Wilson was not the reason they was there.
Well, who played quarterback?
It wasn't, dude. You could have handed the ball off to beast mode and got it done. They had Baldwin out there. Also, the Legion of Boom, Richard Sherman, Chancellor. On the other hand, they had Big Brown. Was it Browning? Wide receiver on the other end. He was huge. I mean, not wide receiver, cornerback on the other end.
Yeah, number 39.
39. Come on, Virginia man. Tech. So you telling me if you the 4th best player on your team is no chance. Cam was clearly the best player on his team. Michael Vick was clearly the best player on his team. Every year. That's whether he was in Philadelphia. That's it. I would much rather, and again, taking career, because we're not just talking about NFL, we talking about college too.
Okay.
I'm taking Cam, who got a championship, who got a Heisman.
Michael Vick would be 3rd in that.
Huh?
Michael Vick, it would be Cam for me, then Russell, because Cam has got that MVP Offensive Player of the Year, and just like you said, he's got a national championship. So out of those three we just mentioned, because you're saying the whole football career, I'm going Cam, Russell Wilson, and then Mike Vick, because again, Mike Vick has no accomplishments.
Vick don't have a Heisman?
No, he went there without me.
Nah, even with that, like I said, Michael Vick is the AI of the NFL when it comes to transcending.
No, AI went to the finals.
No, agreed. But when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about culture. I'm talking about transcending, and it wasn't just in Atlanta. Michael Vick was must-see TV as Lamar Jackson is must-see TV. It is no question about it. Nobody was saying I must see Russell Wilson. If he was on, we gonna watch him. But we also want to see that defense. We also want to see Richard Sherman talk that mess and say, Crabtree, trash. We want stuff like that. Cam was Showtime. And again, even if we just talking about the NFL, I would much rather be Cam or Michael Vick, knowing what I did for the community and transcended, made my money. Michael Vick, again, is a redemption story because they locked him up. He got back out, did his thing. Then Russell Wilson, which was a byproduct of the team around him. That's what it is. And if he wasn't, then how come when he went to any other team, he had no success? How come when the Legion of Boom and Richard Sherman left, he had no success in the playoffs?
In the playoffs.
When Beast Mode was gone, no success.
Can I ask you a question? When Cam left Carolina, he had no success.
By then, he left Carolina and went to New England.
Yeah, no success. Got cut.
And he went to New England like in the.
And you know who beat him out?
He had a few weeks to. He didn't come early. He came late. He came late.
Mac Jones beat him out, and then you try to get him back to Carolina, and he couldn't even make the team. So
no, he made the team because he played one game, and I remember him scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, but you saying that when Russell Wilson left, he was nothing, but who left and was something?
But Russell Wilson don't have no MVP season.
Neither does Michael Vick.
But Michael Vick was transcending. So you couldn't tell Michael Vick was MVP in the streets. Russell Wilson ain't been.
That doesn't make you great.
It does.
Because you only attacking the black culture doesn't make you great.
No, it's not the rap culture.
Again, I said black.
Oh,
I said black.
Yeah, that does make you great. If people growing
just certain people's eyes.
The same way that you grow up and people say mossed them or they trying to be like people are trying to be like Vick. Nobody was trying to be like Peyton Manning other than white quarterbacks. Nobody was trying to be like Tom Brady.
Jameis Winston, his hero was Peyton Manning.
That's fine. I love J-Bo, but ain't
so
nobody trying to be like J-Bo. Nobody was trying to be like J-Bo.
Everybody didn't have the skill set. You got to be special.
Listen,
but you got to be special to try to grow up and be Michael Vick. Everybody running a 4-3.
And guess what? Cam Newton wanted to be like Mike Vick. Lamar Jackson wanted to be like Mike Vick. We talking about two of the most exciting players in NFL history. So they coming from that Mike Vick tree. So who wanted to be like Russell Wilson? Kyler Murray?
I don't know. But we
ain't heard nobody say nothing about Russell Wilson. And we done heard he's not much of a good teammate. I'm glad you bring up Russell Wilson. How about him just trying to throw the Giants under the bus, talking about he was playing hurt. Talking about he been playing hurt since week 2.
Oh.
And they wasn't reporting it. And now it's about to get it's under investigation. Since we want to talk about Russell Wilson.
To your point, man, Sean Payton in Denver, they told him to sit down the last 2 games. I don't even want you to play when he was in Denver. I mean, so that was not a happy ending. Yeah, he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and him and Justin Fields was going back and forth. Not a really good finish. And now the New York Giants is not a good ending. I get it.
But he's blaming it on he was hurt. And then I can pull up a clip. I'm not going to do it, but where Marshawn Lynch said it was times where he didn't even have his phone number. He had to call, when they was teammates, he got to call an assistant to talk to Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had his own office, and they felt, and this was a lot of reason why they was having flack, the defense was having flat with Pete Carroll because they was treating Russell Wilson a type of way when the rest of them is superstar or stars too. Russell Wilson has always been handled with a lot of care and a lot of grace. But come on, man, you comparing Joe, you sound about as crazy as the fool that was talking about Kirk Cousins and Jalen.
Oh no,
and we gonna blame it. And we gonna blame it on the time.
No, we can wrap it up. But Vaughn, that's crazy off because this guy got accolades. This guy has hardware. I live in a world that I'm a little bit different from you because you've said time and time again, championships don't mean that much to you when you want to.
No.
When you talk about Tom Brady, championships matter. When you talk about Russell Wilson, championships don't matter.
No, that's not true. I said Russell Wilson, and this is again, why do we keep throwing out the Tom Brady? You need when we.
No, I'm throwing that out. No, the only reason I'm throwing that out because when you were saying Tom, you said to me specifically, championships matter. You said that to me specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to bring in Tom Brady, so I just brought that when you said it. That's why I brought Tom Brady in there. But you have said to me that championships matter.
But
now all of a sudden it's dealing with.
I also said it's a difference between when you driving the bus and when you own the bus. He wasn't driving the bus.
A quarterback is going to drive the bus regardless.
Not when you can hand the ball off at the 1 yard line and be a 2-time champion, or you can blow it. Blame that on the coach.
If he was 0-2, I could feel you.
No,
he's not 0-2.
He's 1-1, but that's based on the defense. They blew out Denver based on their defense dominating. He didn't even win MVP. Hold on. What is his Super Bowl stats? Because this is ridiculous.
Probably phenomenal.
What you mean probably phenomenal?
Yeah, his Super Bowl stats.
Versus they played the Broncos. If it was phenomenal, then he would have won Super Bowl MVP. He was 18.
He didn't play the fourth quarter.
Yeah, exactly, because the defense dominated. And not to forget, Percy Harvin was on that team, ran back a punt return.
Is that 72% completion? 18 of 25?
Yeah, 206 yards.
So what you want him to do?
2 touchdowns.
What you want him to do?
But my point was...
In a blowout.
It was a blowout based on your defense and your special teams dominating.
Yeah, but if it had been a closer game, maybe you would have asked him to do a little bit more, Vaughn. But
yeah, he had the opportunity in a closer game, and he blew it the next year.
And what was that stats? Show those stats.
Okay, let's look at it. But
those stats was fabulous too.
Man, yeah. Nothing more glaring. Russell's that was Super Bowl stats versus the Patriots. Yeah, it was. So from what I see here, it was outstanding.
See.
Yeah, that's sarcasm. That's sarcasm. Man.
Oh, okay. I can't see it over here.
12 of 21, 247 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. The one interception probably is the biggest pick in Super Bowl history. He had a 57%.
Yeah, and I bet Tom Brady's stat wasn't much better.
What? He was carving up. He was carving up that Seattle defense.
He was not. No, he was not.
What is your gripe with?
He was not carving them up, man. I mean, he was not carving them up, man.
We're gonna see. He didn't carve them up, but he had 328 yards, 4 touchdowns. What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? What are we talking about? 328 yards and 4 touchdowns. He wasn't carving them up. What are you talking about? They won 28-24. He had 4 touchdowns. What are we talking about? Digress.
It was down.
Digress.
It was down.
And it was that same Legion of Boom defense. So guess what? When you got somebody on the other side that is the greatest of all time, we see what happened. And that one should have been the one that they lost. But leave it to Russell Wilson. We'll take that. Now, we lastly got to go ahead and talk about this Rams versus Carolina Panthers. since you want to talk about Cam and everybody else, talking about wild card weekend.
No, I don't want to talk. I just couldn't believe. I couldn't even talk. I can't even believe how you are with this. I mean, that's alarming.
We gonna blame it. We gonna blame it on this on just the time, us being on past midnight. Because you just said that Tom Brady did not light up. You don't call that light up. You don't call that light up.
No, I just didn't remember, bud. I just
ripped
didn't
them
remember.
to shreds. What are you talking? I remember because I said, yeah, the Legion of Boom. Who?
I didn't remember, but again,
put some respect on Tom Brady's name.
We gonna blame the time on this your career of Michael Vick you'd rather have over Russell Wilson. We're gonna blame it on.
We're gonna put up a poll. We're gonna put up a poll.
Just make sure you put up the career. That's it.
And
don't put up who
NFL,
you would rather have.
NFL? You talking about college?
We're talking NFL.
Okay, NFL only. What NFL career would you rather have? Michael Vick, Cam Newton, or Russell Wilson?
Yes.
And you saying that 50% is gonna choose what Russell Wilson career?
Yes.
All right, we gonna see.
Especially football people, because championships matter.
We gonna see. We gonna see. He's again. He didn't drive the bus.
Well, yeah, but he got a championship, man. I can see if you're talking about Trent Dilfer. That's different.
You put Cam on that Seattle team, he got a championship. You put Vick on that Seattle team, he got a championship.
Yeah,
what we talking? You put Russell Wilson away from that defense, he has nothing.
Mike Vick has nothing.
Have an MVP.
Mike Vick doesn't have one either.
But again, Mike Vick was a transcending player on two different teams.
Yeah. No, he wasn't transcending in Philly.
How he wasn't transcending?
He was a pocket passer in Philly.
No, that's what. And he transcended.
That wasn't
because before he wasn't a pocket passer. He was the most electrifying.
Yeah, but how was he transcending in Philly? Transcending if you hadn't seen that before. I mean,
because
what do you mean?
We haven't seen that before the first time.
From him, we haven't.
Yeah, from him.
But we've seen people throw the ball like he's throwing the ball. I mean, transcending means you do something that we've never seen anybody do before.
Who had the arm strength of Mike Vick?
Before Mike Vick? Don't do that, man.
Who had the arm strength?
Randall Cunningham, number 1. Dan Marino, number 2.
We're not going to talk about Dan Marino. I'm talking about...
Who are you talking about?
Name me black quarterbacks that had an arm strength.
Warren Moon.
I don't know if Warren Moon could throw that thing the way that Mike Vick could. And I'm not just talking about a bomb. I'm talking about them laser passes like Brett Favre. Nobody was throwing it at 30 miles an hour.
Michael Vick, Vaughn. Michael Vick. We were going to Matthew Stafford and the Rams and Panthers. Michael Vick had a below 60% completion percentage.
But that's still,
because he threw a laser inaccurate. So he had a strong arm that was inaccurate.
Hey, he was able to get. You name another player, Russell Wilson probably one of them, to get two $100 million contracts. That's based on his play. It's not Trevor Lawrence. It's not Justin Herbert. It was based on his play and his performance and his impact. He putting butts in seats. We haven't seen a player like Michael Vick since Cam Newton, since Lamar Jackson. Case closed. Name another one.
Josh Allen.
Get out of here.
Why not Josh Allen? Josh Allen, the same player Cam Newton is.
Josh Allen ain't never been to the Super Bowl. What we talking about?
But his career ain't over.
Well, he got time, but they're
the same players.
What's
the difference? What's the difference?
He didn't have nobody on his team. Cam didn't have nobody on his team. Greg Olsen.
I don't see Josh Allen anybody on his team either.
And I ain't seen him in the Super Bowl either. He watching with me.
Hey, what's the difference in Cam's game and Josh Allen's game?
One of them gonna been able to make it to the Super Bowl, and the other one hasn't.
Boy, so I'm telling you,
and guess what? Didn't nobody give Cam it wasn't no excuse after they won it, and the same flat. I'm glad you said that. The same flat that they treated Cam with, because the teams is more similar. The Panthers, who had Ted Ginn at wide receiver, which Ted Ginn was a speedster and a returner. The Panthers and the Buffalo Bills is the same team. We're not talking about Steve Smith when he was there. We talking about the 15-1. They had Travis Benjamin. I think Benjamin was his last name. Big Benjamin. He was the Panthers
Florida
wide
State.
receiver. Yeah. But they the same team. So why isn't Josh Allen treated the same way Cam was treated when he don't win or when he don't make the Super Bowl?
Well, you know why? You already said it. Why? Like 30 minutes ago, because of Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes ain't there this year, and this is
So,
my
but
point. So
this
we
year
bring
ain't
it back.
over.
No, that's why I said I don't want to hear nothing about Denver. I don't want to hear about 15 seconds. Get it done, because it's been other players that's been able to get it done with less talent. As simple as that.
Who?
Cam Newton.
Who? No, I'm talking about against Patrick Mahomes.
You ain't got to see Patrick Mahomes this year.
That's what I'm saying. Is you seeing a lot of people that's getting it done? Who got it done?
When I'm saying getting it done, I'm just talking about get to the Super Bowl. You ain't even got to win it. Get to the Super Bowl.
But you can't. That's not apples and apples. When we talking different teams and different people, you got to go through. I mean, if you got to go through,
who he got to go through this year?
Huh?
Who does he have to go through this year to where he feel like he should be? He shouldn't be the favorite if he is who he is. He should like his chances.
He should like his chances as being the best quarterback, yes.
The same way Patrick Mahomes, anytime that Patrick Mahomes is playing a game, he like his chances. Same time Lamar Jackson is playing a game, he like his chances.
All I'm going to say to you is last year, Josh Allen liked his chances as being the best quarterback MVP last year. Why didn't they get it done? He was the best quarterback last year, according to the voters. Why didn't they get it done last year?
Because
that's what I'm saying. Just being the best quarterback don't mean nothing.
But the stats don't say that. But I named
now
you
going
other
to
teams.
stats.
No, but I named you other players like Cam Newton that was able to lead his team, and they had a better record. They only had one loss.
But they didn't play. All right,
maybe
but
two
they didn't
losses.
play the same team. They didn't play the same teams. You can't consider this guy had 10 years earlier. He had a better record than somebody 10 years later. They didn't play the same teams. I mean, you can't go to the same record.
Again,
not even the same division. Not even the same.
You can't even say Pat Mahomes. He not in this year. That's why I'm saying.
No, when you bringing up Cam Newton, I'm saying you bringing up Cam Newton and didn't have a better record and all that. I mean, Cam Newton wasn't even in the same. You can't do that when you talk about Josh Allen. Yeah, but I'm saying now, if Josh Allen doesn't get there, even though he feels he's the best quarterback, I mean, C.J. Stroud might beat him. He might can't even. What if Josh Allen sit there and get sacked 6 times against Houston?
Then that what in the words of the movie Hoes, that's too damn bad. That's on him. I don't care.
That's on him.
That's on him.
Right.
If you an MVP, like if you an MVP like Cam Newton, you should be able to get to the Super Bowl at least once if you that guy.
Vaughn, okay.
You said Cam Newton and Josh Allen is the same player.
I'm gonna write that down. You basically saying no matter what happens in the game, any of the games that coming up, that
Buffalo
Josh Allen should be in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Okay.
If he the best player in the playoffs, he's the best player in the playoffs, he should find a way to advance. He ain't got to worry about going through Patrick Mahomes. So if you that guy, get it done. It don't matter. Cut out all the excuses because they didn't get Cam done.
Why are you going to Cam? Let's go back to Mac. They did not give Josh Allen any excuses last year.
They give Lamar Jackson plenty of issues anytime he don't advance.
And they gave Josh Allen plenty of grief last year too.
No,
when he lost as an MVP. Yes, they did.
He had a great game. No. And you already know I'm going because it's black quarterbacks. Black quarterbacks versus.
But see, you let that taint. You let that taint though. I can understand how you feel if you want the black quarterback to do well. I understand that.
I'm not
but
saying
that can't taint you.
I'm not saying I would want the black quarterback to do well. I'm saying just make it even across the field. Don't talk.
Josh Allen got ripped, man. You might don't even remember. Josh Allen got ripped.
I must missed it. I didn't hear nothing about Josh Allen getting ripped. I didn't hear anything about Josh
Allen got ripped. Josh Allen got ripped last year for being the MVP. First of all, they thought he shouldn't have won it.
I thought that he shouldn't have won it.
And then after he won it and then was not able to perform, then because he didn't have a good game at all in Kansas City.
Well, then why are we comparing Josh Allen to Cam Newton? Until he makes it to the Super Bowl, the buck stops there.
Dude, so okay, I'm cool. So then if you doing that, then miss me. You shouldn't let me say anything about number 7.
Well, we was talking about transcending. You was talking about Russell Wilson.
I never
You was
said
talking
anything
about
about
Russell
you.
Wilson.
You brought up transcending. You started to make that argument with Vick when you said transcending. I would have never said anything about transcending going to make you great. That doesn't compare. That doesn't get you over to get transcending.
The players after, when I say transcending, that means somebody that after him came up and say, "Hey, I wanted to be like Vick. I wanted to." Cam Newton said this on ESPN that he wanted to be like Vick. Lamar Jackson gave a lot of credit to wanting to play like Vick. So what are we talking about?
That doesn't make you great.
How? If you ain't great, then why would other stars want to be like you?
Because they look at you and they see the color of your skin, number one.
They see your talent as well, and they say, "Hey, I can play
looking
like
at a
you."
brother over there, and our brother's over there doing that. I want to be just like him. I'm a brother too. Let me be like him. That's how easy that is.
If that's the case, then they'll be saying, "I want to be like Sean King." No disrespect to Sean King.
No,
come on, man.
Sean King will be limiting. Sean King will be limiting. They want to be flashy.
I want to be like Cordell Stewart.
Or there's plenty of people that said that. Especially the dual threat.
I ain't seen Cordell Stewart on the cover of Madden. Come on, does that not mean nothing? Because back then it was a big deal.
Dude, so Peyton Hillis is great?
What? I can't. We talking about running backs now. I wouldn't
No,
say
you talking about cover of Madden.
I said back then. What year was he on?
You remember he was for Clemson. He was right after. From Cleveland, right after Mike Vick.
No way. What year?
Peyton
I must
Hillis.
stop watching. I stopped playing Madden then.
You pull up Peyton Hillis, man. Peyton Hillis was right there. Whenever Mike Vick was, he was short. He might have been the next year.
Madden
because
12.
I think he's the first one that broke the curse.
What you call was 07. Vick had to be like it was nowhere near the next year.
Who was 2012? Hillis?
Yes, and I stopped playing Madden by then. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, Hillis came
Vick was Madden. Vick was 2004. What are we talking about? That's when it meant something. I can't tell you nothing about Peyton Hillis. I wasn't playing. I ain't played Madden then. Madden 12, Peyton Hillis. Yeah, you right. When Eddie George was on there in 2001, it meant something. When Vick got on there in 2004, it meant something. Now, I guess they just giving it out. They got a Cleveland player on here. My God. Now, let's get to our final game. This has been such
let's get this to wrap it up.
Rams in Carolina went down to the
It's been good, but it's been a lot of dispute.
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that. Rams in Carolina went down to the end. No. Again, Carolina had a losing record, so it does not behoove me that they found a way to lose. Young team, but came down to the wire, and Matthew Stafford gets it done. What more can you say in regards to that game, Joe?
Well, for a long time this season, I thought that the Los Angeles Rams was one of the best teams in the National Football League. I can't believe that they faltered a little bit, that they did not win that division, but that division was one of the toughest in the National Football League with the Seattle and the San Francisco 49ers. But it's not surprising. What was surprising to me, Vaughn, is that it was a game. It was surprising that the fact that the Los Angeles Rams had to have a game-winning drive with under 2 minutes left to win that ball game. But that shows the mindset of Sean McVay, the head coach, that he trusts in Matthew Stafford and just guys that refuse to lose. The better team won, although the better team didn't host the playoff game. The better team was favored, although the better team didn't win their division. That would be the Carolina Panthers. But there's no discussion that you wouldn't want the Carolina Panthers to move on. You didn't want the Carolina Panthers to go further because I didn't think they had the tools. Well done by Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young took a big step by tasting the playoff atmosphere, that being in the playoffs. Winning in the division, he was going to have that on his mantle, although it's a record under 500. So kudos to the Carolina Panthers and what they have accomplished this year. But moving forward, it was all about the Rams. And the Rams, I don't quite know what happened to their defense because Jared Verse and that pass rush and that first seven in the first half of the season, they were I mean, relentless. They were a formidable foe that we talked about a lot, but the secondary is beat up a little bit. They don't get the same pass rush as they got on the passer early in the season, and that might become problemsome when you go forward in the NFC. But that's a champion. That's a championship coach with the Rams. That's a championship quarterback with the Rams. And like we alluded to it a little bit earlier, I think that's a future MVP that you have on the Rams roster. And two wide receivers, and Devontae Adams and Puka Nakua, and running back Kyron Williams, and a play caller Sean McVay. And I liken him to that Kyle Shanahan, that they can really be creative. They can show you a look in the first quarter and set something up for the fourth quarter. They're always thinking forward. So although the Rams were on the road, I don't think anybody really picked the Carolina Panthers, and we shall see. That's going to be a really, really, really good matchup next week.
I agree. I picked the Rams. I picked Stafford, and next episode we will be discussing our picks for the next round,
Divisional round.
the divisional round for the NFL playoffs. But I must say, out of the 8 games that was played, we had 5 out of 8 being
6.
No, I'm talking about college as well.
Okay, yes.
College. So we had 5 out of 8 be going down to the wire. So
yes,
hey, we had the expectations. If a few of our listeners go back to one of our last episodes or 2 episodes ago, we talked about we just wanted good games. That's over 50% of the games going down to the wire or being a last minute, last game winning drive. As a football fan, you can't ask for more. And we just hope for this next week, and as well as the national championship, be just as intense and just as great games. But this has been a great episode of In Between the Lines. I want our listeners to comment again. For one, make sure you subscribe, follow us, follow our page, In Between the Lines Media on YouTube, and tell us, out of the Bears and the Packers, out of